I like wolves. I think most people like wolves. They're like dogs, but cooler because they wear leather jackets and smoke in the school bathroom. Your dog doesn't ride a motorcycle or make out behind the bleachers like wolves do. Your dog has been bred over hundreds of years to shiver in 80-degree weather and bark at the corner, while wolves are still out there keeping it tight with the homies. Well, here's how you can get your dog to step up and act more like a wolf. Sit them in front of your computer, pay $19.99 US, and make them play Wolf Quest, the most educational online multiplayer survival game about wolves on the market. That's right, educational. On some level, all of the dinosaur games I've played on this channel have been educational. Saurian tops the list as the most educational in that group, and the most similar to Wolf Quest in that regard. Wolf Quest was designed from the ground floor to be educational. Way back in 2005, the Minnesota Zoo, with help from EduWeb and with funding from the National Science Foundation and Best Buy, got made fun of by resident Minnesotans, who dug themselves out of their snowbird houses, mouths full of caribou swill, and demanded more targets instead of some video game. And you betcha they got their targets. But they got the wolf game anyway, don't you know? In 2006, this video was released to help raise funds for its development. And in 2007, despite that video, the game was released as free to play, and it continued on for 4 more years. Until 2011, when Best Buy and Big Snowplow pulled funding. I blame Obama. The community stayed active though, and the game continued to be downloaded. So in 2014, with the scent of fresh money in the air, fresh enthusiasm for education in the air, EduWeb began development on the game again. And in 2015, released a revamped version of the game for a price. Then, in 2016, it was released on Steam, where I found it 2 years later. That's right, I found this game in 2018. I even played it in 2018. The first video I ever made for this channel, My Untamed Life of a Courtney Cox Cougar video, was originally going to contain other similar animal survival games. I trimmed so much fat off that script, all that was left was Courtney Cox. But here we are, in the future of now. So let's talk about the actual game. First, you choose a wolf style. Then you name your wolf. I named mine Dinosaur because I have Stockholm Syndrome. Then you're presented with one of the worst things in gaming. This game has been in development for 14 years though, so I'm sure this is just a holdover from a simpler time. Moving around as your wolf is as simple as giving it a little bit of throttle and pushing forward on both levers at the same time. To turn right and left, you alternate the levers in forward and reverse positions. So I've never driven a wolf before, so I assume tank controls are just standard on every wolf. You track elk in the game by going into a first-person mode and following dots around like your Pac-Man. And once you find an elk, you engage it in one-on-one combat and realize you have no idea where any of the hitboxes are. I don't know why I'm being hit here. What is happening? One of the good things about the hunting mechanic is that while chasing and attacking, you go into a sort of semi-autopilot mode, where as long as you're holding up, you automatically track the target's movements, which, makes maneuvering your wolf tank just a little less stressful. Once you've mastered the art of killing, it's time to find a mate. I named my mate Lizard. Next is child rearing. I named all of them after dinosaurs and dinosaur-like lizards. This is the part of the game that becomes all about meter management. Keep your territory meter up by peeing on the rug. Keep the puppy's food meter up. Keep your own food meter up. Make sure the puppies don't wander off and raise their affinity meter. Defend the puppies from predators while keeping your food meter and affinity meter. Oh. Whoops. Continue to feed the puppies. Make them big. Make them strong so they can travel. Escort the puppies. Oh. Oh no. Win. The best parts of the game for me really do come from its educational value. Between missions in the single-player mode, windows pop up with some great info in them, and the mundane tasks you do as a wolf actually are educational in their own way. I'm sure this was intentional, but it's not overtly explained in-game. During hunts, wolves will alternate who the lead chaser is. In the game, when your stamina is low and you drop back, your mate takes up the lead chase role. This kind of dynamic happens in the online multiplayer as well. On that line of thought though, like I said, that information isn't explained in-game. That's just some shit I know from watching Animal Planet as a kid. A new version of the game is currently in development, Wolf Quest Anniversary Edition. It even has an early access. I hope that most of my issues with the controls have been sorted out in this new version. And I'd like to see more educational material worked in there somehow, because those are really about my only real complaints. Dealing with juggling meters and protecting your territory is the only real way to simulate the kind of stresses that come with raising like children or like a wolf pack. And while it's a meme to hate on escort missions, there is no other way to really simulate migrating animals. Even with its flaws, this is the most complete animal survival simulation game I've played so far. A single-player mode with fully realized chapters and an online multiplayer, not just an online multiplayer used to, sucker people into buying an unfinished game. So, if you're trying to teach your dog how to be more like a wolf, or if you're a furry, I guess, Wolf Quest is the game for you. Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. Unfortunately, I have to tell you something now. Wolves do not go to high school, so I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I lied to you. If you can forgive me, like, comment, and subscribe.